And here's wishing all of you a happy Diwali once again. What are your plans for the festival? Let me show you how the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, is celebrating Diwali.
In praise of the king and queen.
Preparations for Diwali are also on in full swing in Malaysia. Take a look at these images. Beautiful, isn't it? The United States is also celebrating Diwali. Allow me to tell you how. America is introducing a resolution to declare Diwali a federal holiday. Meaning, if passed, Diwali will be a national holiday in the US, just like it is in India. If passed, this bill will honor 5 million Indian Americans. They make 1.2% of the US population, 1 in every 10 tech worker, 1 in every 3 co-founders of a startup, 9% of American doctors who serve every 7th patient in the US. These are Indian Americans. America is taking steps to recognize their contribution, recognize their culture, the Indian culture. The bill gives Indian Americans the chance to celebrate Diwali thousands of miles away from India. It also gives 332 million Americans the chance to participate in Diwali festivities. Every year, the White House lights a diya on Diwali. The tradition was started by President Barack Obama. Donald Trump maintained it. He lit a diya in the Oval Office for every Diwali he spent there. And not too far away from the United States, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was also seen lighting a diya. When the Wuhan virus pandemic struck last year, he moved the celebrations online.
This festival is the idea that light, good and knowledge will always triumph over darkness, evil and ignorance.
This, we say, is the soft power of Diwali. Every year, Diwali messages pour in from around the world, from the US, from Africa, Asian countries, Australia. Leaders make it a point to send a special message to the world on Diwali. Here's what the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, said last year, and I'm quoting, "Let us borrow a leaf from our Hindu, Sikh and Gujarati brothers and sisters and embrace knowledge over ignorance, good over evil and light over darkness. Let us love one another, learn from one another and continue to build bridges of understanding, tolerance and development for the prosperity of our great nation." You see, the soft power of Diwali lies in the pure messaging of the festival. Diwali celebrates goodness, it celebrates peace and brotherhood. Do you know there's something called the Diwali Power of One Awards, Diwali Power of One? The awards are co-sponsored by 26 UN missions. The awards recognize diplomats at the United Nations for their contribution to peace. In 2018, for example, Vietnam's former permanent representative to the UN was honored. This was for Vietnam's rapprochement with the US. Thailand's ambassador to the US was also honored. This was for his leadership at the group of 77 developing countries at the United Nations. Here's something Belarus's permanent representative to the UN said at the awards. Diwali's quote-unquote spirit of peace and charity is in lockstep with the ideals of the United Nations. Well, here's why people celebrate Diwali. It marks the return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya after defeating demon king Ravan and spending 14 years in exile. For many communities, Diwali marks the start of a new year. In some communities, Diwali is celebrated in honor of goddess Kali. It is believed that she went on a rampage to rid the earth of all demons. The essence of this festival of lights lies in celebrating the victory of good over evil, celebrating a new start. These are messages that resonate with countries worldwide, no matter how mighty or tiny. They all relate. The charm of this festival is unmatched. It spreads the message of harmony and brotherhood. It encourages people to celebrate together, light a diya together, share sweets, gifts, feast together. Come to think of it, Diwali is a very fun and attractive festival. It's no wonder Diwali celebrations are among the most colorful nights at embassies around the world. Diwali also has a lot to offer for those seeking a quiet time at home. You see, Diwali, like yoga, has a deep spiritual meaning. Here's something the Indian philosophy of Vedanta says. A person must fill his heart with the oil of love, light the wick with knowledge of truth, the knowledge of truth, and ward off ignorance. Diwali is about connecting with one's inner light, just like yoga is about connecting with one's soul. Diwali, like yoga, is India's gift to the world. It brings together people from across religions. Jains believe that Lord Mahavir attained nirvana or eternal bliss on Diwali. It's auspicious for Sikhs too. It was on Diwali that the 6th Sikh Guru, Guru Har Gobind, was freed from Mughal Emperor Jahangir's captivity. In 2016, the United States inaugurated a Diwali stamp. It's now 5 years old. Every year, Diwali is celebrated in the temples of Cambodia, on the beaches of Bali, on the islands of Mauritius. Diwali is a public holiday in Fiji, a public holiday in Malaysia. It is one of the most prominent festivals in Sri Lanka. Nepal celebrates its animals on Diwali. Every time a diya is lit anywhere around the world, it shines the light of India's soft power. It spreads the light of happiness and India's message of peace. Here's how we say it in India. Tamaso ma jyotirgamay. May the light of knowledge remove the darkness of ignorance. So once again, a very happy Diwali to all of you. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.